will you reverently obey them to whom the charge and government over you is committed, following with a glad mind and will their godly admonition? At this time, the agency of the Dunamis Covenant Fellowship of Churches are coming as we make ready to vest these elders and this deacon. In the Old Testament, when God was handing out instruction, he commanded that the vestments would be for the glory and honor of him. Today we present you with vestments. They don't make you more holy. They do not make you more righteous. They're not for style or for fashion, but more so for the praise, honor, and glory of God. But not even just that. Also to remind you of who you are. That as you wear these vestments, you become the biggest servants in the house. It's to remind you to stay humble. To remind you that the conversation and your conduct will be godly and holy. So as you see these adjutants standing before you with collars in their hands, each time you wear them, I want you to be reminded of those who came before you. And as they place them on your necks, even now, remember back in the early church when they were preaching the gospel, and their complaint was not about someone didn't speak to me. It wasn't about I didn't get a chance to preach this Sunday. It wasn't about I'm the bishop's favorite or I'm not his favorite. But they were preaching the gospel having their heads cut off because the gospel was not popular. But instead of running and fleeing, they said we're going to preach anyhow. And then in defiance before the Roman Empire, they began to wear metal bands around their neck to symbolize that we will preach the gospel despite what you attempt to do to us. So as you remember this, remember all the martyrs who have gone before you, who have laid the way for you. Be humble, be grateful, be appreciative. Because in our 2,000-year history, this is the easiest time in existence to preach the gospel. Be grateful for your office. The surplice that they hold before you, as they place it over your head, be reminded that you are called to the priesthood. Be reminded that as they are white, the real purpose is that they will become red as you sacrifice. Glory be to God. For when the priests sacrificed the animals in the tabernacle, what was often white was stained with blood. Be mindful of the priesthood that you're called to. Be mindful that as you preach, that you even prophesy. You comfort, you edify, and you exhort. The cassocks that you are wearing already is designed to show no shape and no form, to be a loosely flowing garment. It is the garment of servanthood. Again, remember, while you are being promoted, you're being promoted to serve. If you ever think that your ministry is anything more than serving, you're wrong and you're fired. tippets. The tippets serve as a reminder that we have been yoked to this gospel. We've been yoked to this kingdom. Not yoked to dunamis, but yoked to the kingdom of God. It's a reminder and a symbol of the authority that God has graced you with to preach the gospel, to be instant in season and out of season, to reprove and to rebuke and exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And as you look on your tippet, you'll find your crest of the dunamis